Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Witches of the Moon. I am one of your hosts, Dia, aka OriOasis.com. And if you can hear the rain in the background, then just enjoy its relaxing sounds. Ain't nothing I can do about it. This week we are talking about um, numerology. And so let me just go into it. Numerology for me can be it's like astrology, right? It could be as simple or as deep as you want it to be. So the way that I work numerology is that I keep it simple. I do not do the double or the triple numbers. Everything breaks down to a one digit or a single digit number. So and my interpretations of the number are somewhat biblical, somewhat occult, like a mixture of the two. And the reason why I say a mixture of the two, because biblically six is not really a good number, but in the occult, there is no creation without the number six. But then when you go back into biblical, you need fives and fours for creation because you have to square the circle. And like I said, it can get deep, but it also can be simple. So, um, what is numerology good for? It's good for everything. It can predict how it can predict the energy. It gives off not predict. It gives off numerology gives off its own energy. So, like say your phone number, if you add it all up and break it down to whether you believe in double digits or single digits. I only deal with single digits. That can tell you, that could really tell you like the energy of the conversations you'll probably have with that number. And whether you want to text more, call more, whether you want to be less aggressive or more aggressive, whether you want a different number for business or whatever. Um, Numerology. First, numerology is all around us. One of the things I like to do is look at the numerology stuff in movies. If you ever pay attention, when you're watching a movie, um, pay attention to the license plates and the address and add those numbers up and break it down to, like I say, either your two digits, which most people only use two digits when it's a double digit. Like a 22 or 33 or 11 or something like that. For me, I don't really do 11 because 11 and 2 is the same thing. That's why they would say when 11 make a wish, because 11 is two ones, which is a pillar, a place for you to walk through. So it's a door opening. It's a choice that needs to be made. And a 2 is the same thing for me. A 2 is a choice. So when you add one and one, you get two. So I just always break it down to one number. But you can predict what's going to happen. And bet y'all know I get sidetracked. You can predict what's going to happen in a movie if you break down the numbers that's around. You can totally predict other things that's going to happen in a movie too, um, by color. By color is a great way. 1 second, y'all. Um, what was I saying? Color. Yeah, but we stick to numerology on this one. Somebody get sidetracked. But you could like it's like when you get into it, you can like I said, you can predict what's going to happen next in the movie based on the numbers that's around, um, which is really fun to do. Other things you can do with numerology, of course, for those who are into the lottery, which I'm not, you can use numerology to play the lottery. Um, my father is great at this. I know I don't talk about him at all, but he is great at that. He'll break down numbers for the lottery and be like, okay, da 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 da, this is the date. These numbers for last night. Add, subtract, multiply, divide, cut it sideways twice. Boom, here's the number you should play today. I'm not into it though. I'm not into that. Um, what else? When it comes to numerology can help you with your spell work. Just knowing the amount, like say if you don't have a bunch of ingredients, then you can use 3 pinches of this because we know three is for spirituality, and this herb may be for divination. So you want to use 3 pinches of that to make sure the divination is spiritual and mind and things like that, Or if you're using stones, you might want to have 3 amethysts for again spirituality. If you use a rose quartz, you might want four because four is a doorway if you're bringing in new love. Like there's so many different ways to use numerology. So a quick breakdown of how I use numerology. Um, Zero is the cosmic egg, end all be all. And again, I have a children's book explaining this too as well on its simplest form. It's called Magical Numbers. It is available on Amazon. And even though it breaks down to the simplest form because it's meant for preschoolers, it's a great way for adults to learn it too. If you got little children, you can learn together. But you know, you got zero, the cosmic egg. One is leadership. Two is the doorway. Three is spirituality. Four is two is a choice. Two is options. Four is a doorway. Five is movement or protection, because if you're always moving, you're protected. Six is creation, because six and sex, when you look at the etymology of words, six and sex are the same thing. All you gotta do is remove the vowel and keep the consonant. Six and sex is the same thing. So you can't have sex without six. You can't have six without sex. Can't have creation without sex or sexual energy. Seven is completion. Eight is infinity, the infinity side. Nine is a new beginning, and then we're back to zero again. So yeah, those are how I work, and I always break it down to those numbers. Each number also give off a vibration. It can connect the colors. I don't go that deep though. The numbers are connected to the planets and things like that. So yeah, I hope you learned something from that little quick little jam session. It's like so much I could put into this. I don't want this video to get too long. I don't want it to get too confusing. I wanted to keep it simple and just, a place to start. The things to start with. Like I said, look at your address, look at your purchase price, look at all the different ways to do numerology. Again, this is the way I do numerology. Everybody does numerology different. In different cultures, I believe in the Asian culture, I'm not really sure which one. I'm not sure if it's Chinese or Japanese, but I think the number 4 is not a good number. If you go the literal Bible, 6 is not a good number, but again, I do the occult side, so the Star of David is 6-sided, so there's that. When you talk about the connection to creation, that's 6-sided as well. I'm going too deep into a tangent over that. And I'm going to shut this video down. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Because if you watch this video, you done already watched a bunch of the videos. You done already binge watched something. So you might as well subscribe so you know we're putting up new videos. And yeah. Stay blessed to be a blessing. Stay blessed to be a blessing. I'll see you next week. Peace.